Hello.
Hello.
What is your name and the name of your business?
My name is VictorDandridge, and I am the editor-in-chief of Vantage Inhouse Productions.
How did you hear about this event?
I was a sponsor, actually. I wanted to do space and found out about their troubles and decided to do this one once it was announced.
How long have you been doing this?
Comic book-wise, I've been a comic book reader for over 20 years, a self-publisher specifically under my imprint for almost 5.
Are you an artist or a writer?
Ooh, I am writer, generally known as, but I do art as well. Not everybody knows that though.
How did you get started in this field of art?
I started reading when I was a kid. The death of Superman was a big deal for me, and it just kind of inspired me to not only write stories, but to draw, specifically comic book stuff as well.
Have you had formal schooling?
Sort of. I went to an arts impact high school, Fort Hays Metropolitan Education Center. I went there for both high school as well as vocational studies, so that's where I got like a huge chunk of my art education.
What style are you as an artist?
I do not have a single particular style. I'm still trying to find myself, so I can't say that any one particular style is just me.
Do you have a certain audience for your work?
I create things for different audiences. I know a lot of people will say that they have a universal product, that they create this one thing and everyone's supposed to get into it. I don't. I try to create different projects that will appeal to different audiences across the board.
How do you market your products?
Online, definitely face-to-face at conventions, things like that, but I use a lot of social media to do that.
How do you publish your work?
I am a full-time self-publisher, so I try different things. There's digital, there is print. I do have a local publisher or printer that I use. Online, I'll use things like Amazon. For Kindle, I'll use Peep Game Comics, which is a showcase for African-American creators, all kinds of different things.
What advice would you give to somebody who has an interest in this field of art?
Find your voice. Explore it as best as you can. Try to stay away from the politics of this biz. Unfortunately, they do have politics here. It can be a rough ride, but know what you want and do that.
Very nice. What makes this event different from the other ones you have attended?
This one's a little smaller. It's a bit more intimate. I use or do a lot of different conventions across the country. A lot of them are larger scale, premiere style shows. This one is very sweet. It's allowing for a lot of personal contacts and very cool sort of interactions with people.
How much importance do you place on networking, and what kind of networking do you use?
Networking is one of the most important things ever to this business. Even how I approach customers, I don't look at them as customers per se, but a part of a networking branch where they could potentially be customers or just someone who can spread the word about what I do. So networking is very, very big for me, and it's all about engagement. It's all about creating an experience with the different people that I encounter, because I don't know where they're going to be. They could be the next, big name something, and if I've made a connect at some point, maybe that will help me in some way, shape, or form, or I can help them get to that level. So networking is huge. I'm all about connecting and working with people in as many different ways as possible.
Thank you very much for joining us in this interview. Have a good day.
You too.